Hi, this is Brian from Mingo Smart Factory, and in this video we're going to cover how to create custom child objects for standard master objects. So what that means is you have the ability to create child objects of different objects or tables within the system. So specifically, let's say you wanted to add BOM or bill of material information to a part. Let's say you wanted to know which parts made up that particular part number and what quantities were required to actually make that particular part. So these custom child objects or this add object functionality works for almost every table in the system. You can do it on companies, you can do it on machines, parts, production runs, and work orders. The only thing it does not work on are events and operators and process data. So for our example, we're going to create a bill of material table that's a child of part. So, and you can see here, these are all the different tables that you can create a child of. And we're just going to call this BOM. I'm going to hit save. So once I've done that, you'll notice a few things. One, we've added a new object here. Its parent is part. And you can see that the type is custom. I can edit this, meaning I can change the name of the table if I want to. I can delete it, and then I can also add custom fields. So adding custom fields will be the next step. The other thing you'll notice too is that the BOM has showed up on the administrative menu over here, and we'll look at that a little bit later, but that allows you to import and export data for everything within the system. And you can also do this on a part by part basis, so we'll look at that too. So now let's add some custom fields. So the first field is, we'll call it part number, and we're going to choose type single line text, and it is required. And then we can add help text here. I'm not going to add help text for this one. Um, and my next field is going to be uh, called quantity per. So this will be how many of this raw material do I need to make the actual part? Make that required too. No decimals. Okay. So now I have two different fields added to the BOM. Now let's take a look at what this looks like in terms of parts. So let's say I have a burger here, which is my part, and you'll notice that I now have a BOM tab associated with this part. And this is where my custom fields are. So I do have the ability to import and export this data via Excel if I want to. I can also add individual line items. So if I click add here, the part number would be bun. Quantity per is I need 2 buns. And let's add another one. We'll call it cheese. And I need 1 piece of cheese. And I need a burger. I need 1 burger. Yeah, make it a double cheeseburger, so I need two. Okay, so now I have all of this information shown here, and now I know how much is required to make this individual part. What's great about this is you can view this information from the operator screens. You can also, view it on the part as I'm looking at here. You can also use it in custom calculations. It can show up on the dashboards as well. Now we can look at the actual BOM itself. So when I look at the BOM table, this is going to have records for every single entry in this BOM object that I have listed out here. What's nice about this is it allows you to import and export the data in bulk. So if you have a big, master file that's coming out of your ERP system, you can save that to Excel and then upload it directly to the system. So let's also take a look at what that looks like on the operator screen. So I'm going to pull up my burger operator screen here. And if I look at details and then part details, we'll see my bill of material here as well. In another video, we'll show you how to use custom calculations. So you can take the work order quantity and then multiply that by the quantity per, and then have the total quantity required. You can even do it for quantity remaining. It's kind of a really neat feature. So here we covered how I add a child object to a standard we call master table. So those are things like parts, company, machine, and work orders. In another video, we're going to cover how to create a child object of a production run and how that will be used.